Now we are going to learn the concept of channeling. Okay, it's a very important factor. It's a very important technique that we use in our day-to-day trading. That is a channeling technique. It's a very important technique, which I found is like it's more than Elliott wave is very much important, and channeling is also very much important before going to the Elliott wave. Okay, now we will start with the channeling and how we need to draw the channels in the right way. Okay, up to now there is no doubt, right? Shall I go further? Right. So let's say is audio audible to you? Is audio
Yes,
audible,
sir.
guys? Okay, fine.
Yes.
Okay, right. Now to draw a channel you just need a like there is a trend line. You all aware of the trend lines? What is the trend line? Let's say this is the price which going higher high, and this is a price where it's making lower lows. Okay, we are just connecting the lower lows. That is a we called as a trend line. Okay, when we are connecting the lower lows, we say it as a trend line. For example, let's say this is a one candle, a second candle, third candle, fourth candle, fifth candle, sixth candle. To connect the closing prices or lower prices, you will get a trend. So this is a one trend. This is a trend line. Okay. To draw the trend line for the downside, you need to connect the high of the candles. So this is your downward slope trend line. This is upward slope trend line, and that is a downward trend line. Let's say if it is a market is a sideway. So this is again a trend line. It is a horizontal trend line. Okay, this is a one trend line. This is a one trend line, and this is a one trend line. For uptrend, you need a upward sloping trend line. To downward trend, you need a downward sloping trend line. For upward, you will cover. You will just connect the lower lows of every candle. To downside trend line, you will cover high of every candle. Okay, this is how in the like basic technical analysis we will draw the trend line, right? For example, let's take this as a trend, this as a script. To draw the trend line, let's say this is a low, one low, this is a second low. We'll just need to connect it and pull it across. Okay, this is a upward. For downward, this is a high, one high, this is a two high. You need to pull the trend line. Okay, so this is upward trend line, this is a downward trend line. So to draw the channel, what are the things you need? Okay, channel is nothing but a two trend lines that is covering the high and lower lows. You need two lines which is covering highs and lows. Let's say this is the candles. You are covering with this lower channel. This is your one trend line, and you are connecting the highs also. That is a one more channel, one more trend line. So this both the trend lines to cover the higher highs and lower highs will give you a channel. Okay, let's say for this is a downtrend. So this is the channel. So this is a trend line for upside, and this is a trend line for downside. So this is a down slope or downward sloping channel. Okay. To draw the channel, you just need to use the tool. There is already a tool. There is a parallel channel. Are you seeing this parallel channel? You just need to connect it from low lows and pull it across and just pull the line to connect the other high. So if you connect one high, the channel will automatically draw the remaining lines. Let's say to draw the upward channel, I'm repeating, to draw the upward channel, you need to have 3 points. I hope Prasad has joined. Okay. Okay, Prasad, I'll just repeat once again. Means just a channeling technique. To draw the channel, you need 3 important points. Okay. That is, let's say this is a 1 point. We are now drawing the upward channel. Let's say this is a 1 point, lower point, and this is a second lower point and one higher point. Okay. 3 points we require to draw the channel. One is 2 low points and 1 high point. This you need for minimum requirement. It is a minimum requirement, that is 2 lower points and 1 higher point. Got it? To draw the upward channel. To draw the upward channel, you need to have 2 lower points and 1 higher point. Okay. You just need to select the tool channels or a parallel channels. You just connect the 1 low point to second low point and draw a little further. Okay. After that, you just click it and pull it to next this point. So you connected this point, you leave it. So this is what your channeling will look like in uptrend. Okay. I'll go once again. Let's say to draw the upward channel, you need to have 2 lower points and 1 higher points. Means 2 lower points and 1 higher point to make a 1 upward channel. Let's say take this 1 point, a 2 point, draw a little further and pull it to upward up to the channel, up to the candle's high. So that will become your channel for upside. For a same for downside, you require 2 high points and 1 downward point to draw the downward sloping channel. That is, connect it 2 points, draw a little further and connect it to this point. Let's say this is the point. You are connecting this at least to this point. Let's say this is the, you can extend it like this if you want. This is the downward sloping channel. This is a upward sloping channel. Okay. What you require to draw the channel, minimum 2 lower points and 1 higher point for upward channel and 2 higher points and 1 lower points for the lower channel. It might be more than 2, no problem, but minimum requirement is a 2. Let's say here it's a 1, second point, the third point. Okay, here you got up top is 1 point, here is a second point. It's okay, no problem. You can connect these 3 lows, just pull it across and connect these 2 highs. It will become 1 more channel for upward slope and same for downward. Okay, right? So now how you need to draw the channel? Let's say take an example of any chart. Let's say I'm taking as a graphite India. It is moved very means in a single, we will take F&O stocks. Any F&O stocks you can take. Let's take, I'm taking as Apollo Hospitals. Okay. Let's go for monthly chart. Okay. To draw the channel, let's say from here, we are drawing the channel. Okay. We require 2 points. This is a one lower point and two lower points, and this is a high point. Just take the channel, connect the one low to second low, and draw it further. This will become your channel. Lift it to next high. So this is your big, it will become your channel. See, this is the upward channel. See the how the price went exactly to the channel stop, right? We haven't connected to that point, but only we connected to 3 points. That is one lower point. This is second lower point. I'm just drawn a little further, and I connected only this point, right? This is the exact point where channel acted as a resistance at this particular price. At this particular point, it broke the channel and went upside. Now the one more channel here, it will become is, now this is the one low point, this is the second low point. Draw it further, this is the highest point. You need to connect it. So this is your next channel. After once it crosses this channel, let's change the channel. To draw the upward cycle, you need only 2 points. Let's take this as a low 1 point. This is the second low point. You connect it and draw it further. This is the highest point. Connect it. See, next you are exiting here, or at least to the channel side. Okay. You take any other chart. Let's say this is how brilliantly it worked in the channel. Let's take as a weekly chart. See, it's already drawn channel actually, but I'm trying to show you. See, this is the 1 point. Just remove it and draw it once. Okay. So this is the point. Or let's say if you taking this as a low, 1 point and 2 points. This is the one channel. And after that, you got this point as a low and this point as a low, and you're connecting this. This will become your second channel. Let's say for bigger time frame, you are taking it. I'm removing everything. Let's say 2 points you need it. 2 lower points, that is a 1 point here, 2 points here, and third is a high. Just connect, try to connect this one low to this low and draw the channel. See how excellent it is. At top, it crossed the top and it reversed from there. Brilliant, right? In that also, let's say for higher, only for this particular lower time frame, from here to here, it is a channel and right. So this is one more channel. Okay. So you need to draw the channel here. And if it is like the price is going higher, you can make a zone of support and resistance. For example, take a same support and resistances from here. Let's say this has a low, this is a high, but this also is high. So you can draw one more channel like that. So it will act as a resistance zone also. The price may go and stay in the zone of support and zone of resistance level. This is a zone of resistance level. If the price is hitting like this and when it going down, so if for downside also you can make a channel little a support. Let's say this is a support of channel. So for downside, it will become your support zone, and this will become your resistance zone. Okay. Let's take one more example. Yeah. It's a weekly chart. I'll take a Nifty chart itself. See, It's a nifty weekly chart. To draw the channel, what I need, one is a lower point. Sorry, it's Ashokal Island. Sorry, guys. Let's take Nifty 50 stock. I don't give anyway. Let's say I'm drawing from here. Let's say this is a one low point. Okay, I'm connecting to second low point. Try to make it like it look. It connect two or more points. Let's say this is a one lower point. This is a second lower point. I'm connecting it, and I'm pulling it to higher point. This is a one high. This is a second high, and this is a third high. You can make it little high so that it will cover the both, or else just simply make a zone of support and resistance. Let's say this is a one more channel. So this is our support zone. So this is our resistance zone at higher price. Okay, this is a weekly. Okay, now easily you can 1 point, 2 point, it connected third. Let's take these 2 points and connect this. So how it, whether it acted as a resistance there or not. This is a one lower point we got, and this is a second lower point. We just connect it and pull it across and just connect the high. See, isn't it excellent or brilliantly worked here? See how this faced as a resistance here, 1 point. This is a second resistance. See the third resistance. It pulled up, but manages to close next day low, and then again it went up, and again it will come down. So this is how you need to draw the channel. Let's go for lower time frames. Let's say one. It's a daily chart. Okay. Now you got this 1 point as a low and this second point as a low. Just connect it and draw it further. This is a 1, and one more you can. This is 1 and this is 2. As high as this might be your next high and low zones of Nifty. Okay. Again from here you get this point as a, and this is a second point. Now this act as a resistance. You take it. So what you want to do here? Do you want to buy here? As it is channels low, it broke the low, right? You need to sell. You need to look for a sell setup to this channels low. And where you need to sell, I will tell you like how you need to use the channel as your trading decisions. I will tell you where exactly you need to take the sell setup or sell call. Okay. So this is the one channel for upside. For down also we need, right? So this is right one channel. This is the second point. You connect it and pull it. It might go as low as 9,600 also. There is a possibility. It may go or it may not go, but still the channel is showing the price may come to this level and after that to this level. Okay. And there is a one condition that like I will tell you how the channel you need to change. For example, let's say this is a one lower point, a second lower point and third lower point. Let's say it moved like this. This is your first channel. The price moved like this. It came down and it went like this, and came down, and it broke the high and it came down. So again, you need a 2 points to make a channel. So here you got a 1 point at 2 points. You need to shift the channel. So your present channel is this. You just remove it, or you can stay in that channel only, but draw one more channel. Let's say this is a one channel, and one more channel you need to draw from this one low point, and this is a second point, and connect it and draw it to further. So this will become your new channel. Okay. Let's say after that, it may go up, then it came down, go up and coming down. So in this, there is a one more channel. See the 2 points you need, 2 points you got, and one high point, two high points and one low point. So this is your one more fresh channel for downside, right? So this is the first channel. After that, you created a second channel. After that, you created a third channel. Again, you may create one more channel saying that, let's say the price is coming like this. In this, if you're making like this, like this, like this is the channel. Again, if price is going high, high and high, one more time you need to draw the channel. Only you need 2 points, two lower points, connect it and pull it. So this is your channel. Okay. And where you need to draw the channel and when you need to draw the channel. Let's say at this particular point, let's say this is a 1 point, 2 point you got, third you got. You draw the channel here. When we will draw the channel? Only when there is a price closing above this. Then only this low is valid. I'll repeat once again that whenever you got 1 point, let's say this is a 1 point, this is a second point you got, and you draw the channel, this is a valid channel. I'm not saying no, but thing is that the point is valid only when it is crosses this high. Then only it will valid. Otherwise, what might be the possibilities of one more possibility? Let's say it moved in the same 1 point and 2 points further, and it went up to this. Let's say we draw the channel saying that, okay, this is a channel and it will come to this high. It may make like it come down and goes below this. When it crosses this low, at this particular low, then one more channel you need to draw, that is of from upside to down. So this is the present channel. This is a present valid channel. Okay. So this channel, it won't valid now. So this is a valid channel now. Why I'm stressing it out? Because only point where the high is closed, then only this point is valid. Otherwise it won't. Why? Because it may come here, may go up, and then may come like this. It may go for years. It never come to this point. It will happen. So to draw the second point confirmation, when you will take a confirmation, whenever there is a break for upside. Let's say this is the third point. This is a valid point, but to say this channel is valid, you need to cross this high. Means the price should cross this level. So then only this channel or this point is valid. Okay. After that, let's stay this. It is making again. See, I may make a channel like this, but it has to. The important point is here. It needs to cross this high. Then only this point is valid. Again, it went up. Let's say come down, went up like this. Whenever this is crossing this low, then only you will make a one more channel. Otherwise, no. Let's say this is a 1 point and this is a second point. Whenever this is making low, then you are going to draw the channel, and this is a valid channel. Okay. So this is how you need to draw the channel. Okay. We will draw it in Nifty itself. See here. In this particular, this is a high point, you 2 points you got, and low has broken. So this trend line is valid here. See, the third lead is the resistance is showing here. It's a valid point, right? It's a act as a resistance, but it broken with a high volume with big candle. There we can go for buy. Just I'm introducing RSI. As we finish the RSI also, we will go with analysis also. Like with RSI, we can use a channeling technique. Okay. Now, as of now, let's say we'll go little downside. Okay. I'll go for monthly chart. Okay. Now let's get a 1 point here. It's a 2 point here. Third point here. I'm pulling it across. I'm connecting the highs. See, when there is a 11,000 level, everyone was saying that okay, at 11,000 now the market will go to 15,000, right? You might heard that. Now nobody will going to stop the Indian market. It will go to the 15,000 level or even 20,000 level. There was a talk in the market when the price was hitting at 11,000, right? You might heard at that particular time. But see what is the channel is saying to you. What is the rule here? Sell at high and buy at low. This is a rule, right? बोलते हैं ना बनिया का दिमाग. What we will do? Sell at high, buy at low. But what the people or news and what is the market and the market analyst and what all the news and TV anchors are telling to you, like it will go to the 15,000 because they need to sell their contracts to you. So don't believe in news. Don't watch TV. You can follow them, but see the chart. It will show you everything. I'm telling you. Believe me, guys. The chart will show you everything, every possible thing. It will show you before the news come to you. So see, this is the 1 point, second point. This is the third point. This is the fourth point and fifth point. Now the one more channel which I'm trying to draw is this one, and this is the second lower point we got. This point is valid. Why? Because it has crossed the high of previous high. So this is a previous high. It crossed the high. So then I'm going to draw the channel. So this is the high point. So this is the low point. So this is my present channel, right? See, this is my present channel. And if price is high, let me create a channels zone. Let's say this is a zone of support and resistance. So this might be my channel zone as of now. Okay. As of now, this is my channel support and resistance. So what only like this channel is also valid when there is a price, it should cross this level. It may come to this price. It will, when it crosses this channel will get valid. It may go further, or else at least from this channel support, it may take a support from here and go further. There is a possibility. Okay, this is a like 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 4 down. It may cross, or else it come down, and it may cross upside, or else it may go down. So this is how you need to draw the channel. Let's say I'm going in daily, or let's say go for hourly chart. Like we all love intraday trading, right? Let's say this is a hourly chart. I got a 1 point here, a valid point, a second point here, draw it further, and this is a one high or second high, you can connect it. Before that, let's say this is a 1 point valid point, this is a second point valid, just to try to connect these highs and connect these highs. See whether it worked brilliantly here or no. See, the price went up to the took the support, it opened high and manages to touch the high, touch the high, touch the high, touch the high. When it broke the channel, see whenever there is a channel broke, you need to wait till which candle has broke the channel. Let's say this channel has broken by this particular red candle. Okay, it needs to close, then only we are going to take a trade. Otherwise we are not going to take a trade for downside. Only when it crosses and close below that, then only we are going to initiate the sell setup here. otherwise no. Sometimes what will happen, it breaks the channel's low, but the low will be valid and it won't cross the next, it will move like this. You will find in daily basis trades, you will find so many trades like this. It will break the channel and manages to close above, and it will go higher and higher. So only channel break confirmation you need to have, which candle broke the channel. It has to be with volume, means the candle should be big. If it is big enough, then wait that candle to break, or at least you can use one more method, confirmation method, like previous high should close. So this is a very good method to trade. Whenever there is a channel broke, wait this low to break, then you can trade for downside, or else at least that candle which broke the channel has to break. Okay, at this particular price, it broke, this candle has broke the low of channels which broke the channel, which candle broke the channel. So here also you can take, and here also you can take the sell setup. Okay, until and unless it is not closing below, you are not going to sell it, because most of the time what will happen, it breaks the low, breaks the trend line, then it will go further. It happens. Okay, let's say, I'm using it as a 5 minutes. Let's go for 5 minutes. Let's say this is a day. Okay, this is a 2 high we got here. Channel, I'm selecting it. This is a 1 high point, and this is a second high point, and this is a low point, right? See, it's a channel's low. It broke the low, channel's low. The price may reverse into the channel. It exactly did the same thing, right? Whenever there is a channel break and it's downside, it is not moving further down. It may reverse and come into the channel, or at least to the channel's high, then it may go down. If it is coming inside the channel, then at least it will go to this support. This midline is also act as a support. The channel has got a midline. I just like color I will add. So this is also act as a support and resistance sometimes. Okay, up to the channel's high it can go, or up to the channel's midline it will go, then it may come down. Okay, let's say from here, just I'm removing everything, like just we will go for reply and we will apply the channel from this particular line. Let's see how it works. Let's say I am pressing it a play button. See, from upside we need to draw the channel draw. So this is the highest point, this is the second highest point. You draw the channel, and this is your one channel, right? Let's go. I'll zoom it out a little. Okay, that will be like you can able to see it. This acting as a support here again. Okay, let's say this is our one more channel here. Whenever this point is crosses this lower point is valid. I'm just pausing it to tell you. Let's say we got point 1 here, point 2 here, and third point is also crossed the high, then that is a valid point to draw the channel. So draw it a second and go for it high. So this is a valid one. After that it reached the high. Let's see how it behaves. So it channel is also work as a support and resistance. Now it turned resistance as a support. Now it may come to the channel's high, then it may move further. So this is the second point we are getting here. Once it crosses high, we can validate that channel too. See, as it crosses. So I'm just removing this channel, just drawing the fresh channel, that is 1 point and second point. Okay, this is our highest point. Let's see whether it touches the channels high or not. It's a 5 minutes candles, guys. See, why I'm telling is, see, at this particular price, let's say it's a 5 minutes. One thing you need to do is you need to, this candle has broke the low, so it needs to have, one sec guys, 1 second. Sorry, this is like whenever it is crossing the low. See, this particular candle, it has broke the low, but it candle is very smaller one. It is not a very bigger one, but this candle has broke but manages to close. See what happened next, it again moved upside. So better to have this particular price needs to break to take a sell setup, or at least to the pivot point. You can add a pivot line, like pivot line, you will got a pivot standard points. At least that points needs to break. Okay, at least that points needs to break. Let's take, this is a pivot point now. This is a R2 and R1. This is a support of pivot. At least this particular points, it's 2 points are coming similar. At least it needs to break this low, or else this candle's low. So what happened further, we will see. It's a 5 minutes candle in Nifty, guys. So we'll see further what happened. See, if you are taking sell setup early, so if you are taking a sell setup here, see what happened next. It went up and it hit your stop loss and went further up. So this will happen. So be careful whenever there is a channel breakout. You need to wait till it crosses the channel's low, or at least to the pivot low, next pivot low. Okay. See further what happened here. I'll just continue this same channel here. Now the one more channel is a fresh channel now, because you got a high points and low points. This is a low point now. This is a high point. Let's say this is a high point. Let's say what happened. I'm thinking that as a resistance as of now. Let's see. See, at this particular channel exactly is acted as a resistance, 1 point, 2 points. See whether it's breaking. No, if it breaks, then we will look for sell setup. See, at least here also we can make one more channel, like this is 1 point, we got 2 point, we got, this point is valid because it crosses the previous high. So this is a one valid channel here. Let's remove this, or at least look to, we will see whether it's act as a support here. This particular point has broken the channel. You need to wait this low, that particular candle's low to break, or at least this is a previous support, right? This acting as a support here. This level needs to break. At this particular candle, it breaks the lows and you can take a sell setup here. And your RSI is also giving hint you. See, this is the price is higher high. Price is higher high here. See, the price is here and price is here. Price is higher high, right? And see the RSI here. It's making lower. It will give a hint like the price may reverse from here, and it will confirms the 10,684 level. When broke it, it will confirms now it may go downside. Okay, we'll see how it acted, whether it's went downside or not. See, after that, this is our SL now. As of now, this high, say hit our SL, no problem. This is a one more channel again. Let's take, this is a one more channel. Now it broke. Again, that level only, that is important level, that is a 684 level. If it is breaking, again we are initiating the sell setup. We'll see. This acted as a support little and further fall. Right? Beautifully worked, right? Now I'm removing this and acting this as your high and this as the low points. I'm trying one more channel. Let's see. See, at this particular point, let's see. Here it broke the channel, but high is not breaking the high. The next candle is not breaking the high. Okay, then we are not going to buy it until and unless it crosses that price. See, again it broke this candle. It's a green big candle, but it is not, the next candles are not manages to close above that. Then there is a chances of further down. See where it opened exactly at channel's low. This is how the channels will work, definitely and accurately. Okay, now it went down and come to channel again, channel stop. Let's I further extend it to like this. When it crosses this, one more channel will be valid. That's, I'll take one more channel here. See, whenever it is crossing, let's say this is a 1.2 points. 1 point we got, 2 points we got, and third point we got. Draw one more channel. Keep this as a high. See, it went up to channel's high. See, this midline is also acting as a support. Now, what happened? Once it broke the channel, you need to wait that candle to break. This is a high, actually big candle. Whenever it is crossing, you need to sell it and trial your stop loss. Whenever it is crossing this point, again you change your channel to here. You may shift the channel to here, to this price. Let's see. So it went up to right the next day. I'm telling you, this is the price where we need to, this is a valid channel. Again, it went above, means this is the opening price and this is a closing price. It opened high, but still manages to close below the channel or under the channel. It won't, means it doesn't last more or last long. Sorry guys, it doesn't last long above the channel and below the channel. Okay, it has to come down or it has to go up whenever there is a low price, from channel bottom to channel top and channel top to channel bottom. It will go. See, at this particular point, again your channel will shift. Let's take from here to, this is the second point now, a valid point, and this is a high point. See whether it's working. Channels are working. I doubt on Elliott, but channels are amazing, guys. Believe me, they work brilliantly. I say this is a low point, 2 point, and third point we got, and taking the support and went straightly to the top. So what happened further? Straightly to down. One second. Have you seen, guys, how this brilliantly worked as a resistance and this channel low acted as a supported? It's a 5 minutes, believe me, guys. It's not like a monthly chart or hourly chart or something. It's a 5 minutes chart. We will wait this low to break to look for a sell setup. We will see how it worked. So whether it's acted as a support or not, we need to see. Channel slow, it's breaking the channel. It's now. It's a valid point now. It is breaking the low. It's going up, going low, going up, going low. We will draw one more channel here. Let's take one more channel here because this is a valid point now. We'll see. And here in this kind, we need to keep the high as a stop loss. Let's say this is a stop loss, or this is actually valid stop loss. You need to keep this high as a stop loss. So exactly at high, it went up and came down. See, it needs to close above the channel, but it hasn't. Means there is a weakness. Still there is a weakness. Again, you need to draw the channel from here to this particular point. See, if you're drawing at this particular point, if you're thinking this as a channel, see the price went upside. So that is the reason it is important to close below this to validate this channel. Okay, getting my point? Let's say if we are thinking that this is a high and this is a low point, we are drawing the channel like this. Okay, it will come to this point. It it may come, but it may not. It is valid whenever there is a price going below this. Then only this channel is valid channel. Let's say what happened further. So this is one more sideways channel we got, right? Let's see how further it will go. It has to fall. It has to fall because there is a low. See, right? Right. Now it crossed the low. Now it crossed the low. Then our channel, valid channel, will shift from here to this. So this is a valid channel as of now. As it broke this low, we will see further how it goes, whether it went up or came down. See, this midline is acting like a support here, right? This midline is acting as a support now. See, at this particular price, it broke the channel. So at least a pivot points, or at least the previous high. So this is the previous high. So we need to break this to confirm for buy side. Let's see. This channel will act as a support now. Right. Whenever this point crosses, again there is a valid channel like this. No, it is coming down, but whenever this is crossing, then only we will initiate a one more channel, but it is still going lower lows. We'll see whenever it is crossing, we will draw further channel. So whenever it high is crossing, so one here you can draw the channel, right? This is the 2 points we got and the third point we got. And there is a resistance too. That resistance needs to break with the volume. Let's see what happens. Yes, with volume or without volume. Means candle is big means volume is good, right? So this is a valid channel as of now. So once it breaks only, they will looking for a sell again with volume. Volume is very much indicated, or a big candle you need to give the confirmation. The small candles or small volume will may lead you to confusion, but whenever there is a big candle and with a good volume, that is a valid trend or valid breakout or valid reversal. Okay, here there is a breakout and breakup, right? Acted as a support. Brilliantly, it broke down, but it hasn't gone below this, right? So then we are looking only buy. After that, it has to break this high to confirm a high trades. What further you need? This is a 1 point you got. This is a 2 points you got, and just pull it across. This is the one high. This is the second high. So many channels, right? So many channels you need to draw. You need to draw channels. Otherwise, like at least you connect the high highs. So this is one high and two highs. This will become your one more channel, and this is become your lower side. So it is making like expanding diagonal or something structure, right? After that, see the RSI now. RSI is giving a diversion. Price is moving like this. So it may come. Let's see. So why I'm telling that there is a reversal, there is a chance like okay, you just draw the channel. It will give you every hint. This is a high. You connect it and try it. Let's say this is a one more support zone. Let's say this. Sorry guys. So this is a one low point. You got two low point. Just pull it across and connect this high. Or let's go this high is this. So it acting as a resistance and again it is going higher than that. So what will happen? It has to reverse, right? See what happened. Channel broke, but taking support. If you think that the channel has broke, you are taking the sell, guys. It will happen. It will happen. So that is the reason you need to have a confirmation before it break. Okay, you need to wait these level or pivot level to break. Then only you need to trade for lower side. Otherwise, don't. Okay. So this is a one more channel. I'm trying it right now. So after breakout, I up to now we can like up to support it worked brilliantly, right? So what further? You need 1 point here. You got second point you got here as it breaks the low. This is the third point. See after the breakout also it may move upside, but there is a fair chance. Like this is a one more thing channel. See whether it come to down or up. You will come to know. The channel breakout and upside again. You need to draw the channel further. I just increase the speed, that's it. This is a valid now, valid channel. Now there is one more channel from top, right? It broke the channel and went up. It come to channel slow, see? Brilliantly, brilliantly work. So this is your one more channel. See. Working or not? At least the channels are working. This low. Right? Brilliantly worked or not? Guys, amazing, right? This work very beautiful. Let me explain you like once again. This is the channels you need to draw, and you need to shift your channel as the price moves, so that you will get channels of different channels, and you will get a good confirmation on the channels high and channels low. At least you will come to know that at least to the channel stop you're not going to buy it, right? Or at least to the channels where you are not going to sell it. So at least that much that much care we have to take, right? So at least channel slow we are not supposed to not supposed to sell. At least to channel stop we are not supposed to buy, right? So this is the channel bottom. The channel bottom. Suppose we are not going to sell here, right? So this won't work because it's a channel slow. See, at this particular point, it's a channel slow. Whether you're going to sell here, no, right? And see the RSI. Take the RSI. See the RSI. It is what is the RSI is telling you? It's a diversion. See the RSI here. The price is moving lower low, and RSI is moving higher high. Then what is the fair chance here to buy? On the confirmation or at least channel flow, whenever there is a channel flow, keep as a stop loss and buy it for further. Like at least to the channels, at least to the trend line or to the channels high, at least to trend line, you connect these two highs, try it further. So at least to this top. Let's say morning, the tomorrow morning, the candles opened here, whether you're going to buy, no, right? You'll wait for sell because it's again a trend lines higher resistance here. Once it opened gap up, we can see further. So we may buy up to this. We may buy up to this high. After that, we can look sell setup. Otherwise, like if it is breaking also again with the volume, we can look another buy. If it is not, we will look for sell to at least to this level, or else to this level, or else to this level, this channel slow, right? Okay. Clear, guys? Okay, Parag, while drawing the trend line, shouldn't we join a immediate higher lows and lower highs, or should we use the highest 2 points in a trend? While draw the trend line, shouldn't we join the immediate higher lows, lower highs, or should we use the highest point to? Yeah, you can do both ways. How it will become? It will become a support zone or zone of resistance and support. Let me say this is the one low point. Okay, this is the second low point, and I'm drawing it further. So at least like whenever you're joining this, so this will become your small support. So this will become your bigger support. This will become your bigger support. This will become your higher support. Okay. So let's say this is a one lower point and this is a two lower point, and this is you are making this particular point. So this will become your one more trend line or a support and resistance zone. Let's say this is a channel. The price is going still high, then you can make a zone of support and zone of resistance. Let's say this is a high, the highest points. So that act as a reversal zones. It may go further little, but it act as a resistance zone. So presently this is the channel which looks in the high points only you need to connect. This is a one high point and this is a two high points. You connect it and draw it. You can draw at this particular point one, and let's say this is a two. Let's say this is the third. Let's say I'm removing this so that it looks clear. Okay, like this is also act as a resistance as of now, right? This is the resistance point where these act as a resistance and support this level and these levels. Okay, you can do that. You can do that. We can draw the zones or else the support lines. Otherwise you just simply connect the highs. So sometimes what will happen if it is a ending diagonal or a leading diagonal, the structure may changes. So I will tell you in further classes. So this will be a one more channeling. It's not a channeling method, but it's like you are connecting the support and resistances. This structure is looking like a ending diagonal or a leading diagonal. It's a expanding triangle. Okay. So this structure we will study in further Elliott wave. So as of now, you just understand the parallel channels, how you need to draw the parallel channels. Okay. Ashutosh, you can ask me the question like when driving for the example, two lows and one high point. Should we the high point between the two lows, or it will be outside them also? It can be outside them also. You can ask. If you have any doubts, you can. Let's say what is a wave first. Okay, what is a wave? A definition of wave is simple. That any price moving from one price to another price range. Let's say the price is moving from this particular price to this particular high, and from that to down, and from that to one more place, and that to one more place, and that to one more place, and that to one more place. This price moving from one place to another place in the direction in the primary trend or opposite to the trend also, it is called a wave. Wave is nothing but the price moving from one direction to another direction, or one price to another price. It's a simple. What is the wave? Wave is nothing but the price is moving from one direction to another direction, or one price to another price with the same direction or else opposite to the direction. I'll go once again. Let's say the price is 100. From it's moving like this, it came down. So it is moving in the trend, or it is moving in the opposite trend. The price moving from this place to this place, this whole pattern or whole price action, it will call wave. The definition of wave is very simple. The price is moving from one place to another place in the direction or opposite to the direction. That is called wave. Okay. In wave, in every chart, if you look at every chart, there is a different waves. They make some waves like simple waves. They made some complication, but there is waves, right? If you see the chart, you will clearly see the waves. Upside or downside, you will see the waves or a price movement that they worked on those patterns or those waves. They came up with a beautiful theory of Elliott wave theory. R.N. Elliott, he is the founder or he is the observer on the waves. He further made observation and came with some concepts. So those concepts further called as Elliott wave theory or Elliott wave concepts. Okay, previously there is a Dow theory. Dow theory is nothing but whenever there is a price movement, there is, let's say the price moves like this, and there is a downside movement. Again, there is a upside movement, and there is a again movement for downside. What he said, the price moves in one direction and one more direction, then will come down in a two direction. Means two steps further 2 steps downside. The Dow theories say that upside, downside. So what we learn being in a trend is a Dow theory. So further Elliott did to go upside, there is a 3 times up. He says that to be in a trend or to in a trend, there is a 3 times movement for upside. Let's say there is a 3 upside moments. Let's say in a trend, for second time in the trend, third time in the trend. So this is a one time trend. This is a second time in the trend. So third time in the same trend. What is the trend here is upside. Okay. And after the third points or 3 points, the price will correct. So he considered this as a 1 and this as a 2. What he said is whenever there is a price movement, it will move to 3 times up and 2 times down. Okay. And whenever there is a fall for downside, let's say 3 times down and 2 times up, we will move anywhere, any direction, right? For upside, let's say 1 time high, 2 time high, and 3 time high, and 2 times low. And downside, 1 time low, 2 time low, and 3 time low, and 2 times up. This is what he tried to name as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. But according to Dow, only like two steps further and 2 steps downward. You are not moving anywhere, right? What he said, to move price to one direction to another direction, you at least need 3 steps further and 2 steps down. Let's say 3 steps again, you will move somewhere, right? So 2 steps down, again you will move 3 steps further and 2 steps down. So at least you will move from one direction to another direction. If you're taking 2 steps further and 2 steps down, you're not moving anywhere. Okay. So this is how the Elliott named Elliott observed the waves. So there he named simply, let's say this is a once upside, and after every move there is a correction. Again a move. After that there is a correction. Again a move. After that there is a correction. Right? They simply named it as, let's say from 0 point to it moved some points. It called wave 1. Okay. This the second move in the direction. This is the second wave, and this is the third wave. Okay. So he named it as a 0, and this as 1, this as a 2, this as a 3, this as a 4, and this has a 5. Okay. And the correction always he named in as A and B and C. This is a wave, and this is a correction to the wave. This is a wave to the upside, and this is the correction. The uptrend, let's say this is the uptrend and this is downtrend. Uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, and downtrend. Okay. In downtrend, it's again uptrend and it's a downtrend. So he named it as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. From 0 to 1, it's called as wave 1. And 1 to 2, it's called as a wave 2. It's a wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. Okay. 3 upside waves. That is one wave here, the second impulse wave, and third impulse wave. And to these 3 waves, there is a 2 waves of correction. That is wave A and wave B and wave C. This is a wave A, this is a wave B, and this is a wave C. This one tiny cycle, let's say it's move 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and corrected 2 times, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 times, 1, 2, 3, and 2 times. Okay. So what will happen? So this is a one Elliott wave cycle. Let's say this is 1.23. Let's name it. Let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and this also you will find 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And in third also you'll find 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And correction he named as ABC. But let's say like A, B, and C. Okay, let's start this correction as A, B, and C. Further, this has A, B, and C. It's a smaller one. And for the bigger correction, this is A, B, and C. So I am telling smaller correction and bigger correction. We will go further, but as of now, you just understand this. So this is a one wave in higher time frame. This is a second wave. So this is a low. Okay. In one higher time frame, it will be a one bigger wave again. So this is a 0, this is a 1, and this is a 2. Now it's going for third wave in bigger time frame, right? So any particular waves, it contains a 5 waves and 2 corrections. Let's say this is a bigger correction. In that bigger also you will get smaller 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and ABC. After that again ABC. So this one is wave 1, wave 2, now wave 3, wave 4 and wave 5. It's a higher time frame, it's a smaller time frame. Any time frame you go, you will get a Elliott wave internally. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upside and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for downside. Means 3 wave for upside and 2 waves for downside. Okay, this is how they invented a theory, Elliott wave theory. We will see the rules and regulations. What are the rules? Just you need to understand now. The market work or act in the wave or work in the form of wave. Let's say from this also, why I introduce you a line chart, because of this. Let's say any particular piece you take. Let's say you are taking this particular piece. Okay, you take this particular piece. What are the things we learned? We learned the channeling. Okay, support and resistances, candlesticks, and line chart. If you see here, you just count the waves. From here to here is a 1, 2, let's say 3, 4, let's say 5, or at least you will come to know like, okay, this is the price, it moved like this, and this is the one, at least like 1, 2. Again, the higher correction, let's say this is a 3, 4, and the highest correction, it says 5, right? After that, let's see this here also, you will see clearly one time move, a second time move, and third time move, and correction you see 2 times. After that, again a 2 times ABC. Let's say that this piece, again you will get a simple waves, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say 5. We are not going to learn what is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how it will be. Just you simply learn like 3 times it will go up and 2 times it will come down. That's simple technique. If it is a downside, it will down also, it will come like this, like this, like this. In this also, this is the direction. It will go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will go 1, 2, and it's again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's simple like this, like that. So firstly, you will come to know what is a wave. Wave is nothing but a price movement from one direction to another direction, in the direction or opposite to the direction. A simple price movement from one direction, one price to another price. This is a wave theory. Okay, in wave theory, there is a mnemonic lecture, so how to name them. So I'll just show that PDF. So you will come to know like how they named it. For naming purpose, let's say class, there is mnemonic lecture. Yeah. So this is how they named as a Elliott wave naming purpose. They use all the impulse waves. Let's take from grand cycle, a super cycle, cycle, primary, intermediate, minor, minute, minute, subminute, micro, submicro, and minuscule. What are these? To name them in a different, like say if it is a yearly cycles, they say that for 70 years they use as a grand cycles for 70, 75 years. After that, super cycle and cycles. Let's say this is an yearly chart. This is a monthly chart. Let's say it's a weekly chart. It's a daily chart. It's hourly chart. Half an hour chart. 5 minute chart. Let's say 1 minute chart. Like to name them, they named it. Let's say this is a 1 minute chart, 5 minute chart, 15 minute chart, half an hour chart, hourly chart, daily chart, weekly chart, monthly chart, yearly chart, and 10 yearly chart, 100 yearly chart, like 1000 yearly chart. Like that, yearly, 10 yearly, or 70 years for 75 years. They use the different nomenclature to how to name them. That's it. It's a very simple technique to name them. You can eh, all the impulse waves named as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the corrective phases are named as ABC. Okay. So we'll go further. You just remember like how to name them. You will get in tools only directly like what are the things and how we need to name. Just I'll go for tools here. Let me take this as a tool. Let me take this as a Elliott wave, Elliott impulse wave. Let's say this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. In this only you will get like this is a wave. Okay. In that you will get in settings. You'll get this thing: minuscule, micro, submicro, minute. If you name it as a super million, it will become like this. Million, it will like this. Super million, grand super cycle, super cycle. It's only naming purpose. That's it. Okay. Use highest is and then lower time frame to lower time frames to name the lower cycles. Let's say I'm taking it as a super cycle. Okay. Internally, if I name, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This you need to change it to super cycle to next 2 times lower or 1 time lower. That's a primary. So this is a primary cycle, and that is a super cycle. You know, for naming purpose, you need to use this. Okay, like this. Now, a wave is you come to know that the wave is like just a price movement from direction to direction. In Elliott wave, there is a two waves. The Elliott wave concept. Before going to the concept, you just need to understand the two waves. That is, one is impulse wave. One is a corrective waves. Okay, there is a two types of waves, that is a impulse waves and a corrective. Okay, before going to this, what is the impulse and what is the correction, you just I need to add a one more concept, that is called a mono wave or a polar wave. Let's say this is a mono wave. What is the mono wave and what is the poly wave? Before going to impulsive and corrective waves, you need to understand the what is the mono wave and what is the poly. Mono wave is nothing but a simple wave. What is a simple wave? Let's say this is again a time price axis and this is a time axis. Let's say the price moved from this direction to this direction like this in a simple way. After that made like this. Okay, it moves in simple direction, and after that it made like this. Let's say this is, and after that it made like this. So here the clear picture, let's say this is a 0 point and this is a 1 point. From here to here, what is the structure? It's a plane, right? It's a plane structure, like one simple line it is looking like. So this simple line which is looking like, it is called a mono wave. It's a simple waves, or mono means one, that's single wave. Okay, let's say here it is not a single wave, it's a many waves, then it is a poly wave. It's a poly wave. Okay, let's say here it's a one mono wave, second mono wave, and third mono wave, right? Here it's a mono wave, it's a poly wave, it's a mono wave. If it is making like this, it's a poly wave, it's a mono wave again. It's It's a mono wave, it's a poly wave, it's a mono wave, poly wave, and mono wave. Mono wave is simple, and poly wave will be in the consolidation phase or in a two waves or a three waves. Let's see examples like what is the mono wave and what is the poly wave in this ACC. Let's take example. Let's see from here to here. It's a mono, it's a poly wave, it's a mono, it's a poly, it's a mono, poly, mono, it's a mono, and it's simple mono. The correction you take it as a poly wave, it's a mono wave. This whole structure, if you're taking, it is moving like this, right? So it is a poly wave structure. Again, it's moving straight. It's a mono wave. It's a poly wave. It's a mono wave. Understand? Mono wave is nothing but a simple one line structure. If it is not a one line, then it is a poly wave. This whole structure is a poly wave again, right? So it is simple line. This is a mono wave. It's a mono wave. Mono means single and poly means many. Let's say in removing everything. Let's take this as a, if you go on changing the time frame, the mono and poly wave will also change. Let's take this ACC as monthly chart. I'm taking it as a monthly chart. In monthly chart also you will get, this is a mono wave. It is also mono, but it is making like this. It's a poly wave. It's a poly wave. Here it is a poly wave. Here it's simple mono waves, like that. So, okay. So simply understand this: mono wave is simple and clear structure. Poly wave means there is many waves or many directions. Okay. Now, what is a impulse wave and what is the correction wave? Let's say the price is moving from this to this. The price which is moving in the direction, it is called an impulse wave. As of now, you just understand this. What is the impulse wave? The price which is moving in the direction. And there is a correction. So this correction to the direction means this is the direction, right? The price which moves against the trend. So this is the uptrend as of now. The price which moves against the trend, it is called a corrective waves. The price which is moving against the trend, it is called a corrective, and which is moving in the trend, it is called impulse. Okay. Trend which is moving in the direction, or price which is moving in the direction, is the impulse. Price which is correcting the trend, that is called corrective waves. Which is correcting the trend, it is called corrective waves. Okay. Let's say further. Let's say this is a trend. So here this is a impulsive. I name it as I. This is a against to the trend, right? So this is a trend. So this is against to the trend. So this is C, corrective. This is impulse, and this is corrective, and this is impulse. Let's say for downside. Let's say the downside, the trend is downside. Let's say this is a downside. So here it is an impulse because the price is direction is low towards downside here. It's against the trend, right? So it is a corrective. So it's against the, so in the trend. So this is impulse, and it is correction, and it is impulse. Got it? So impulse is nothing but in the direction, and correction is nothing but opposite to the direction. Whatever the correction comes, that is a corrective wave. There is a like a different concept next. What is the impulse wave? We need to have a rule. What is the rule for an impulse wave, and what is the rule for a corrective wave? Only thing as of now is you understand that this is a trend, and against the trend is a corrective. Okay. And what is the main basic thing which you need to know? What is the corrective wave and what is the impulsive wave? The basic difference is, there is one simple difference between that is a time. What is that? It's a time. Let's say whenever there is a impulse wave, it will take a lesser time. Okay. And whenever there is a correction, it will take a more time. Okay, whenever you are seeing the impulse, you see it in terms of price. Let's take some price. It has a time. It's a time axis and it's a price axis. Whenever there is an impulse wave, it will be considered, or it will be seen in the form of price. Whenever there is a correction, you have to see the time. Okay, you have to see the time in corrective waves. It will take a more time, say double x or triple x, means triple times it will take a time, or double time, or at least if it is, let's say if it is taking a 10 days, the correction will take more than 10 days. It may take 10 days, it may take 20 days, it may take 30 days, or it may take 40 days. But corrective waves always take a more time compared to impulse waves. Impulse waves will move very fast and it is less time taking compared to corrective waves. Corrective waves are more time taking. Okay, let's say for downside also the concept is same. It is a impulse wave here. It is a correction because it's against the trend. It is against again a trend. It's an impulse and it's an impulse and it's a correction. Okay, I'm taking only this part. Let's take this as an impulse, this as a correction, and this as an impulse. To move this sideway, again there is a impulse, correction, and impulse. Agree? Right? Let's say it moved like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It moved 1 A, B, C, and it went 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In this impulse also, you will find that this is a impulse and this is a correction because it's against the trend. It is a impulse and again it's against the trend correction. It's a impulse and it's again a impulse because it's going in a direction, it is opposing the direction, so it will become corrective wave. And it is a impulse because it's going in the direction, again it's in the direction, it is become corrective, it is will become impulse. But in that smaller degree also, you will find a impulse, correction, impulse, correction. In every impulse wave you will find an impulse, correction, and every correction you will find an impulse, correction. Means one wave followed by other wave, as simple as that. For example, it's a impulse, you will get a correction, impulse, correction, impulse, and a correction. Okay, let's say from here it is coming down, it's a impulse here, it is correction, it is a impulse again. If you're taking only this piece, only this sideway piece, you're getting impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction. This sideway moves also have a impulse and correction internally. Okay, one wave, impulse, and followed by correction and another wave, or one impulse wave, correction followed by another impulse. Got it? So this is the impulse followed by a correction, one more impulse. A simple structure are called ABC structures. Okay, and simple further move a correction further. This is one more ABC or impulse corrective combinations. Okay, let's say this is a correction. In that also you will get a impulse followed by correction, impulse, correction, impulse, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, and impulse. Got it? So this is how the impulse and corrective waves are differentiated. Impulse waves are nothing but a less time taking and see in terms of price, and corrective waves always you need to see in terms of time because they are more time taking compared to impulse waves. Okay, let's take this. If you see in waves, like this whole movement is a impulse and this is a correction, this is impulse, this is a correction, this is impulse, a correction, impulse, correction, impulse. Okay, in the smaller, if you're looking only this smaller piece, let's take this as smaller piece. this smaller piece, I'll zoom it out further. See again here, for here it's a correction, right? It is a impulse, and this C is a correction, and this is a impulse again. But this correction, what we rounded in red, if you see it clearly, uh, internally there is a wave. It's a impulse and correction here. It's a impulse and correction and impulse. Why I'm saying this as an impulse? Because it is going downside, it is in the direction, and this is against the direction of this direction. This is a primary direction here, right? So this is the impulse, this is a correction, this is a impulse, and it's against the impulse wave, that is a correction wave. Again it is a impulse wave, and it is a correction wave. Here let's say this has an impulse, this will make you as a correction, this is again an impulse, this is correction, this is impulse, and this is correction. It is impulse, it is correction, it is impulse, and it is correction. It's followed by, they go hand in hand. After one impulse there is a correction, after there is a correction there is a one impulse. Got it? So this is the wave. There is a two broadly divided waves in a Elliott wave. There is a Elliott wave of a impulse wave, and Elliott wave that of a corrective wave. Okay, there is a two types of waves, that is impulse wave and a corrective wave. Corrective wave is always takes a more time, and it's not giving a structure like a clear structure. There will be different structure, or let's say it's making a poly waves, and move is not very significant, it taking more time. But impulse waves is always very sharp, clean, and less time taking. Okay, so up to now, so you learned about what is a wave theory and what is a wave cycles, that is of grand cycles, super cycles, primary cycle, intermediate cycles, which you have seen here. It's grand cycles, super cycle, cycles, primary cycle, the intermediate cycle, minor, minute, subminute. These are the wave cycles. And after that, types of wave you learned, that is a corrective wave and an impulse wave, mono wave and a poly wave. Now we will going to learn what is the Elliott wave patterns. Okay, we will learn what is the Elliott wave patterns. There are two patterns. I will tell you those two patterns, Elliott wave patterns, that is of ending diagonal and they say as a leading diagonal. We will go those two, what is the ending diagonal and what is the leading diagonal. And before that, we will going to learn what is the impulse wave we learned and what is the corrective wave we learned. We will just go shortly to introduction as a ending diagonal and a leading diagonal. After that, while explaining in the rules also, we will go one more time. Okay, as of now, you just going to, we will learn what is the impulse, sorry, what is the leading diagonal and what is the ending diagonal, and those patterns are called Elliott wave patterns. After that, we will go for extension and truncations. So up to now, what all the things we learned? Is there any doubt? You can ask me, because now like these concepts we won't be repeating again and again. So what are the things you learned as of now? Let's bar chart, line chart, trend lines or channels, support and resistances, RSI, Fibonacci levels, and everything we covered till now. If you have any doubts, you can ask me.